start a band, when you're a young artist or a young writer, you always start by copying others. And for every record we try to, clear our tracks and try to make our own sound as much as possible. And I think for the album Bleed and Scream in 2012, that's the first record where we actually had some songs that sounded our own. It didn't sound like everything else. So I think for every record we always try to find our own sound. I think with the latest one, I think we took another big step in our own identity as a band. Every record is one step further in finding the band's own identity, and I think we're still searching and we're still trying to find out where can we take this music. We always try to bring in influences from stuff that's not normally into rock music, and we try to make it our own. If it's a good song, then it's on the album. We don't think like I don't know if the fans will like this. We don't care about that. We just write the songs we like. You can never write for others. You can always write for yourself. And if we like it, then it's good enough. And you can always hope that someone else will like it. If you're a carpenter, do you get worse at doing kitchens if you do a lot of them, or should you just do one kitchen and then never do another one? Yes, I think it's the more you write songs, the better you get. The songs for the other projects, they wouldn't exist if it wasn't for they ask me to write songs for them and I write them. But it's not that I've been giving away Eclipse songs. It's not like that. The songs from the other project, they would not exist without being asked to do them.
You think you got the world spinning around you. The tables turn after all that we've been through. So don't.
It's always easy to be wise afterwards. I think we should have sticked with more, doing our own thing and don't think about others so much. When we started doing what we liked ourselves, that's when people like, oh, this is really good. So we should have we should have went in our own direction with much more confidence, much earlier. I think we wasted 10 years. In the early 2000s, this kind of hard rock was so out of fashion. It was just, people thought we were complete idiots. No one listened to most of the records because it was so out of fashion. We couldn't get any gigs because the music was so out of fashion. So it took us almost, I'd say, 15 years before we got any attention at all. With Bleed and Scream and Armageddonize, that's when people open up, and it was okay to like this kind of music again.
When you cry in the night and you reach out for me, I'm not there, I don't care about you. When you bleed and scream.
We played a little part of it, of course. There's many great bands, and we were the ones, starting up as kids, starting this kind of music and making it into what it is today. We know the guys, from Europe and Treat and everyone from the old school rock bands from the 80s. They always had what they had in the 80s to get gigs and to work, but we started from nothing and trying to, a new wave of this whole thing.
Were they your influences in music, the older Swedish bands?
Yeah, sure, but a lot of stuff is our influences.
Like what?
The Whitesnake and AC/DC and Deep Purple and the classic rock thing. A lot of those guys are into metal as well, so we love Slayer and Megadeth and death metal bands like Entombed and Unleashed. So we will listen to a lot of much more heavier stuff usually. Than people usually put us in the genre AOR, which we don't consider ourselves AOR at all. We consider ourselves like a proper hard rock heavy metal band, but we have very poppy melodies. Sure, it was very mysterious when we were kids. When I started playing guitar, I come from a small village. It's an island in a lake. It's around 1,000 people living there. So, but no one knew. I bought an electric guitar, but no one knew how to get AC/DC sounds or distorted guitar sound. It was a mystery to me. It took me years to find out, how to play it, how to plug it in, which amplifiers and distortion and all that sounds. It's just, everything was a mystery. So I learned all the songs by just listening to the LPs and vinyls, just back and forth, trying to learn. Yeah, there's a lot of them, of course. And when you're on tour, they happen all the time. In December last year, 2019, we were having a gig in Madrid, and I was running, and during the drum solo, I was running upstairs, and there was like a pillar in the middle of the stairway. So I hit my head really hard, so almost like I was crawling upstairs, and I got some angry. So I hit the table, and the table was made of metal. So I broke 3 bones in my foot. 3 bones completely off. 2 toes and another bone. So then I just had to walk on stage and complete the concert afterwards.
You did it?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
But it was quite painful. So I was bleeding in my head and I had 3 broken bones in my foot.
Oh no.
Everything happened in 30 seconds.
We are runaways, runaways just like vagabonds, wandering over wasted land. 'Cause we are runaways, runaways just like vagabonds, wandering on these roads we stay.
Nordic Union is not possible at the moment because Ronnie Atkins is at the moment he's fighting cancer. So I think that will. Let's see what happens with that. Let's make sure he stays alive first.
Yeah.
And we're working on a new wet album with Just Good Soto, and also a brand new Eclipse album. We have started writing for that.
So quick.
So we are
Soon.
hopefully in the beginning of next year is another hopefully a great record. We haven't really started writing it yet, but we have a few songs.
I think the last wet album was the best one so far.
I agree.
I think.
By far, I think. Yeah. People always say of course, everyone says the first album is always the best, but it's just because they listen too much to it. It's a crappy album. Some songs are great, some songs are really terrible.
So would you say that you are the modern ambassador of melodic hard rock in Europe?
I don't put titles on myself, so I'm just a guy writing songs and having trying to enjoy life.